G'day guys, how's it going? It is Jared HD here. Welcome to episode number 8 of the Notts County Road to Glory Career Mode series. Before we begin today's episode, if you do go on to enjoy this episode, and if you are enjoying the series so far, make sure that you leave a like on the video. It's going to be very interesting to see where this series is 100 episodes down the line. Hopefully you guys are still supporting it, and it should be good. Anywho, the first matchup of today's episode is against probably the biggest team in this division. We are taking on Portsmouth. We all know Portsmouth's story, how they're fallen from grace, and we got to try dealing with them today. They are coming to the Ladbrokes Arena. Should be interesting to see how we go against them, and they get the first opportunity here. Bennett just headering that one over the crossbar late in the first half. Early in the second half, McLeod goes to Palmer. Palmer out to Jenner. Jenner cutting around the defender. Passing that one to Palmer. Jones saves it near post, and it does get cleared away eventually. Only a few minutes after that, Davies is on the ball for Portsmouth. He goes back to Carl Bennett, who goes to Doyle. Roberts looking for some support. Decides to go to Tubbs. Tubbs into Evans. Evans hits that one, and it is a good save there from Alex Barrett, the man in form lately. Off the resulting corner, Hollins goes back there, goes to Tubbs. Tubbs back to Hollins, back to Bennett. They're passing it around, running rings around us. They keep passing it, they hit that one. Merritt stays stuck to the spot, but fortunately it goes out for a goal kick. And with a few minutes left in the game, McLeod looking for a winner. He hits that one. Unfortunately, it goes straight to Jones. And that wraps up what is a 0-0 draw to kick off today's episode at home against Portsmouth. Decent job to hold Portsmouth 0-0, but would have been nice to at least score a couple of goals and get the win. But we need to rebound here as we are taking on Northampton for the second matchup in today's episode. It is our first matchup on the road for today. That is the Northampton lineup. And then here is our lineup. So it is a relatively strong lineup. We have players like De Silva and Hollis and who else? Smith, I suppose you could say. Hayhurst. A couple of rotational players in the squad, but it still is a pretty strong squad, and it should be able to get the job done. It is not, friggin' Northampton having a dig early on in this game, but 20 minutes into it, Schneider's to Smith. Smith back to Sheehan. Sheehan passing that one to Graham Burke. Graham Burke looking for some support. Goes himself, has the strike, bangs it off the crossbar. Luckily, it comes off the chest of Leland, and it's a really heavy touch from him, and it does eventually find the back of the net, which I was very, very surprised about. Very, very lucky indeed, and our lead does last. I thought we were going to concede a goal there, but fortunately Alex Moret is able to make yet another fantastic save. Northampton on the ball here to start the second half. Maloney looking for some support, goes to Byram. Byram across to Richards. It gets headed out. It goes out to Holmes, and Corey Holmes, or whatever his name is, blows that one well over the crossbar. 5 minutes to go. We are looking for a goal, which will seal the 3 points. Burke running towards the goal mouth. He's looking for an option, goes past that defender, finesses it, and Burke scores a very, very lovely individual goal to pick up a personal brace for him. He does give us the 2-0 lead to pick up our first 3 points of today's episode. It wasn't a brace, I was wrong about that. It was an own goal. Could have been his goal, but anywho, we push on and do some training here. As we pull down, you see Moret is up to a 66 rating now, which is absolutely fantastic to see. He is growing very, very well, and he's definitely going to be a piece of hot property come the January transfer window. But this is now time for potentially the biggest game of our series so far. We're only 8 episodes in, so saying that it's a big game is a fairly big statement. It's not a very strong statement, but we are travelling to Selhurst Park here to take on Crystal Palace, the first custom stadium that we have gone to in this series. Should be very, very interesting to see how we go against Crystal Palace. Don't forget, we have already defeated Norwich City in this series, so we are definitely riding high on confidence. We did defeat them in the Capital One Cup. Early in this game, we just come through Abora one-on-one, and he gives us the 1-0 lead here. Holy crap, can you believe it? That is insane. Like, how the hell did we get through that defense so easily? It's very, very funny to see, but we continue to attack here. Palmer up against Scott Dan. He gets past Dan. He's going to have the strike, but it is a great save there from Julian Speroni, the Argentine keeper, keeping Palace in this game at 1-0. But then MacArthur, he's beaming down on goals. He goes back to Chung Yong Lee, who hits that one. And he does make it a 1-all scoreline, unfortunately. Really thought we would have been able to hold onto the lead, or at least given it a fair crack, but it is now a 1-all scoreline. We go back on the attack once again, though. Abora, it does get blocked. It goes to Spencer, back to Abora, who hits it on the edge of the box, hoping to score a wonder goal. Goes out to keep it at 1-all. As we move into the second half, Bobadilla hits that one. I thought that guy was going to score a ridiculously amazing goal there. Would have been very, very disappointed if we conceded that one. Wilfred Zaha, however, passing it to Johan Cabaye. Dan, back to Cabaye, and Johan Cabaye, he scores a wonder goal to give Crystal Palace a 2-1 lead 79 minutes into this game. Not what we wanted at all. We almost held on to force it to extra time, but now Palace, they just continue to attack. Johan Cabaye back to Mariappa. The Jamaican right back looking for some support. Goes himself, hits that one, and beats Alex Moret at the near post to give Crystal Palace the 3-1 lead and to secure their victory and their place in the quarterfinals of the Capital One Cup. Definitely very, very proud of the lads and how far we did go in our first ever Capital One Cup appearance, our first ever Capital One Cup adventure. But we do get knocked out in the round of 16 from Crystal Palace. Definitely the board should be very, very happy with how we have performed in this Capital One Cup, beating Norwich City, which is definitely a very, very big scalp, and I'm just very confident and very excited to see how we can do for the rest of the season. Anywho, the final matchup in today's episode, it is back at the Ladbrokes Arena. It is a big game here. We are taking on 4th placed Leyton Orient. We are currently sitting in 2nd place. As you would have seen there, Leyton Orient 2 points behind us. So, 3 points here. It is a must. That is the lineup we are rocking with. And then this is Leyton Orient's lineup. Sisak in goals. LeBron James in the midfield. Simpson up front. Decent side, I suppose. Anywho, De Silva making the block there. Goes out to Hayhurst. Hayhurst, we are on the counter-attack. He's going to play that one through to McLeod. McLeod trying to beat the keeper. Gets past the defender. Hits it in off the post. And McLeod gives us the 1-0 advantage. 14 minutes into this game. Absolutely fantastic stuff there. But Leyton Orient, they are back on the attack. McAnuff running up the line, whipping that one into Simpson. It goes out to Moore. Moore looking for some support. Pass it to James. James smashing that one over the crossbar. Very pleased that we did not get this game all tied up. And we are looking now to extend our lead as the Silva goes through to Campbell. Campbell out wide to Schneiders. Schneiders one-on-one. Good save from Sisak. And unfortunately, it does get cleared there from the Leyton Orient defense. But Simpson, he is on the ball trying to score a late goal here for Leyton Orient to steal a point. They hit it. God damn it, lads. We got so close to getting the 3 points in this game, but Simpson scores the goal here. And then straight off the kickoff, they're on the attack again. James to McAnuff. It goes to Simpson. Simpson, he's looking for some support. Can we hold on? McAnuff hits it. Thank the sweet Lord that he put that one far right. We almost screwed up that game big time. But unfortunately, it is only 1 point we get out of this game. A 1-all draw at home against Leyton Orient to wrap up today's episode. Take a look at this though. The Vancouver Whitecaps offer us the manager's job in the MLS. What the bloody hell? I have never ever had another club offer me a job before. Of course I'm going to reject it because I want more of a project here. But that is just uncharted territory for me. Anywho, we're going to wrap up today's episode here. If you enjoyed it, make sure that you leave a like on the video. Make sure that you do subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. The links, as per normal, will be in the description down below. But most importantly, fellas, I hope you have a fantastic day. It has been Jared HD here. I'm out. Peace.